Table, part of the Pizza Club Network. Every week, we cover the biggest pizza news stories of the week. I'm your host, Will Dumas, and I'm joined by my guest host, Jim Mumford. Jim is both a cookbook author and a writing contributor for the media publication Inside Hook. Also joining us tonight is our special guest, Melinda Carbajal. Melinda is the owner and the operator of Simply Pizza out in Colorado. Melinda, what's up? Welcome to Pizza Roundtable.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. Jim, what's up, man? How are you doing, bud?
Hey, good evening, Will. Melinda, nice to have you on. We're gonna have a fun show tonight.
It looks a little snowy by you, Melinda.
Oh, my day has been interesting. So Colorado's having like a giant storm. Of course, there's places that have up to like 22 inches. We're still out here running one of our sites, and we added chicken wings to the menu today of all days, and the internet's not really working. So I am actually in my car to do this show while I try to figure out how to get the internet working for these guys.
Well, I mean, this is the life of a restaurateur, restaurant operator, right? Pivot on the fly and just figure it out.
Yes.
Listen, Melinda, tell us a little bit about, I know you mentioned you've got 4 locations. I think you might have a truck in the mix, but also some brick and mortar. So tell us a little bit about your operations in general.
Yeah, cool. So we started off as a wood-fired truck, and we provide sort of catering and quick service at music festivals and stuff out of a double-decker shipping container.
Awesome.
During COVID, we built hybrid restaurants utilizing shipping containers that we drop off on locations like residency restaurants. So we have 2 of those. One of them's at the Denver Zoo. One of them is dropped on a patio in collaboration with a brewery where we provide full service restaurant stuff. And then we just opened at Buckley Space and Air Force Base a couple months ago, and we're building out a full service restaurant there on site. And then we just dropped an RFP, and we'll hopefully be taking over some government buildings here, actually doing workforce learning stuff with the high schools in our area for culinary work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Other than that, right? Just that's incredible.
That's awesome. Wait, tell us a little bit about these containers. So you're doing one as like a double-decker mobile, and then the other one just as like a standard shipping container that you're actually literally dropping off the back of a truck and kind of setting it up as a temporary site or temporary permanent site or something like that.
Yeah, so we designed them. They're completely self-contained, the ones that we're dropping off on site. So we built a vehicle that services those for water. And then they run off of just a plug-in that plugs into the facility that they're at. And those operate with wood fired, so they don't require as much power as you would think, or as much propane, because that's one of the regulations. We only use propane then for heating water. And then we have a commissary that sort of shifts all of our food out to all of the different locations because they're small, 20 by 10s. And that's how we operate those facilities.
It's wonderful.
That's super cool. I love it.
Yeah. And Melinda, you said wood fired. So are we thinking like small Neapolitan pies? Are we looking bigger? Are you full Colorado Mountain? Where are you in the spectrum?
Yeah, we're definitely doing a neo pie. Maybe some people would say it's tavern. We have low edges, but we are doing a 3-day cold ferment. So it's our style of pizza. I don't know that anyone's doing it like we're doing it. We're never going to do big pies. But one of the sites we're at, wanted big pies. So we started that. And then the same site wanted chicken wings. So we started that. And now we're going to do Detroit's on Thursdays out of this 20-foot shipping container. So we'll see. We're just doing what we've kind of allowed the wind to blow us and our clientele to tell us, what they want from each location.
It sounds like you're giving the people what they want.
Yes, mostly. I mean, we're trying, but it's still 20 foot. We try to tell people we can only fit so many ingredients in this box.
No, that's cool. I like the idea. Yeah. I'm interested in hearing about the chicken wings in general, but it sounds like, I feel like these were like a big thing, maybe kind of coming up like a year or 2 ago. We were all talking about ghost kitchens, right? And like Reef, I think, was one of the largest providers that was kind of doing these like whole container type setups. So I'm interested how far you guys take that. I know people can go pretty extreme with it, with like water collections on them and starting to do them like full on out. But I mean, it's kind of cool that you guys seem pretty self-sufficient other than like a plug-in off of it. And then you're wood fired in general. That's so cool. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I can't imagine us going and like building them into structure just because as design, we joked when we first built them, they're like the tender of restaurants. Like we'll drop it down, but if it doesn't work, we'll slide right. And that's kind of been the model. So, the zoo is popping and it's insane. It's fast. So the menu there is super short. We're looking at like no waste. So that model's awesome. And it can stay there for as long as they'll let us. But in some cases, it's better. Like we had a contract with Universal Studios when it came to Jurassic World came to town. So that was 6 months. We obviously want to then pick it up and take it to the next site, whatever that might look like.
That's awesome.
So awesome.
Jim, I'm going to let you ask about chicken wings because you feel more chicken wing than me.
Yeah, that's very. I think that's a compliment, Will. So chicken wings. I'm assuming we're baking them, right? I don't think we're gonna have a fryer, or are we frying them, or how are you doing it? Well, walk me through your chicken
So
wings.
So we're sous videing them. We're sous videing them first, getting them to temp, and then we have cast irons in the wood-fired oven. So sous vide to temp, dried, tossed in whatever sauce they're going in, and crisped up or heated up inside of the wood-fired oven on cast iron.
That's so smart, right? So that way you can crank them out quick. They're safe. You don't have to temp them, and they're consistent, crispy. See, you've got it all down to a science. Congratulations.
I mean, we're trying. It's literally the first night, so don't say like knock on something because they're in there and they can't order, and it's probably messy. But we think it's going to work. And it is the safest way because we're driving from our commissary to drop off like the wings. We don't want to drop off raw wings to any of these locations.
Right. But you also don't want to pre-fry them because then the texture's terrible. So sous vide is it. Wow.
I like it.
I try a dozen, right?
For sure.
You're going to have to.
Deal.
What flavors are we doing?
We're doing a parm garlic, lemon pepper, like a medium buffalo, and a barbecue sauce. Simple.
Classics.
Nothing too crazy yet.
Okay. I want to ask quickly just about your pies because I was definitely perusing through a bunch of them and I've seen your stuff on Instagram and whatnot anyway, but these are all like, I want to say I don't see like a ton of ingredients, but like you are hitting the meats. Like you're doing pepperonis, sausage, like there's a lot of meat centric pies. Is that just like when Colorado needs and wants, or is that like something you love? Tell me about them. Why this way?
I think, you're probably looking at recent stuff. So we do the National Western Stock Show in January for 17 days in our truck. And at the National Western Stock Show, we sell meat. Like that's what we sell. So if you're looking up recent, that's what you're going to see. We're doing as many meats as they'll possibly fit on a pizza, all the way down to buffalo sausage. Again, meeting our customers because we're mobile. That's what we do.
Yeah. I respect. And it's kind of why I asked about, Colorado, right? Because the Colorado Mountain style has this made topping that you can throw on, but it seems like you're going to do the range and right. You're at the zoo, 1 or 2, right? You're at, specialty show, then you'll cater, which I appreciate in your setup to do. And being agile like that's definitely an advantage and impressive.
Yeah, and I think, for my personal style, I'm not eating all the meat, but we're proud of our meat stuff. So we hand slice stuff, no nitrates, no preservatives, no additives. We still have a Colorado company that delivers like to our fridge and puts like we put a check on the freezer or the fridge door. We're just kind of like our new wings are Redbird. So they're local Colorado, again, antibiotic free. We try to be local in that respect, but we're doing other fun stuff too. We'll be out at the expo competing, and my pizza is a Thai pizza. So
nice.
I love that.
I'm assuming you're in non-traditional inherently for that by default.
I would just assume.
I am.
All right. Listen, I have to ask the quintessential cliche question. How do you feel about this like Colorado style pie? In general, right, we're thinking like braided crust, honey, right? This is what when I hear Colorado style pizza, this is what I think. Where do you fall on this?
I'm losing you. So this is not great news.
Uh-oh.
Come back.
That's okay. The weather is so bad. I'm telling you, it's going to be like, it's a tragic out here. The Colorado style pie being what? Tell me one more time, Will.
Like quintessential, right? We're talking like the braided crust where like honey in our dough with thick, right? When we hear this style, like that's what the generic we think of. But tell me your thoughts on it in general. Like, interested in it? Is it like, I don't know, taboo thing? Do people actually enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Do you ever make it?
I don't make it, and I don't know that like. I think we would say that was how Colorado began with pizza, but Colorado has a ton of good pizza makers, right? And we're doing, I mean, we'll say Smokes here, right? In Blue Pan making Detroit's, and Audrey Jane's in Boulder making New York's. Like people are, and yeah, there's a lot of people here making really great pizza. I don't know. I mean, I would say honey started here, but for pizza, but that's like stepping out there, you know, hot honey came later, but Colorado's been dipping pizza in honey forever.
I can confirm that I do think Colorado was one of the first to do honey. So congratulations on starting such a delicious trend because it's flawless.
We need one trend for pizza because it's going to be a long time till people are like, Colorado is pizza. So we'll take honey.
So I'm working on a cookbook of regional styles, and you would be surprised how many people, are starting to adopt the Colorado style with the whole wheat, and it's going to become a thing, especially with the honey and the hot honey and the trends and how it plays off of, meat. So I don't know. You never know. Maybe Colorado's the new Detroit.
Oh, maybe we are.
We'll have to give the people what they want. So if they start asking for it, then you got to start making them. Right? Simple as that.
Yes.
Simple as that. All right, cool. Well, listen. All right. So you've got 4 locations. You are doing wings. You're going to Expo. What's on deck next? Are we continuing expanding locations or growing those spots? What's next in the world of Simply Pizza?
Yeah, we're really passionate about community. So I serve as a board director for Slice Out Hunger.
Awesome.
In that work, I do a lot of grant writing. That's kind of how we made it through COVID and helped our community. So we've done over $100,000 worth of free meals for our community over the last few years. We also are partnering with the school district. I'm a school board director. So education, I'm super passionate about. And we are looking to do some work-based learning stuff in the near future, talking about internships and apprenticeships in a collaboration with our county if we get the RFP. So we're sort of looking at expansion in the ways of community and kind of growing our next leaders.
It's amazing. Good for you. Do you sleep or do you just, make pizza and make the world a better place 24/7?
I'm trying to do all the things. I turned 39 yesterday and I have a long list of goals. So 364 days to get all this shit done. We got a lot to get done.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not going to say that I'm 39 and I feel very like That's awesome though. Keep it going, Melinda. That's awesome. Seriously.
Well, I have 5 kids, so I really feel significantly older than 39.
5.
Just for perspective.
Good for you. Yeah. 2 and that's plenty.
All right. Well.
All right. Yeah. How about some pizza?
I'm going to run a marathon when I wake up tomorrow morning or do something to feel accomplished, guys. I don't know.
My goodness.
Oh, whatever. You guys are on it.
All right. Well, listen, I know you're dropping wings today, but I'm interested. Today is, guys, as we know, Pie Day, right? So I'm ready to talk a little bit about Oh, yeah. See if you can do a heart. Apparently, if you do a heart, it makes it on the screen with your hands. But
not for meatballs.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fun of that, I can't actually do the heart. I don't know.
No, you do a trapezoid. It's a heck of a trapezoid, Will. Truly.
I might be able to do this, but I am in my car like a fool member. I might not be able to do this.
Yeah.
This is classy. This is what happens when you run this fast all the time.
Listen, I respect it. I respect plan B, right? It's how you're launching new products, massive snowstorm hits. You gotta roll with it.
All right. Well, listen, like I was saying, guys, sorry. Pie Day. Melinda, are you doing any specials for Pie Day?
I made a video and I think it's great, but mostly not so much. And it's not that great. I think I'm funny. My kids think I'm corny. No, we're dropping wings on Pie Day because
Okay.
I don't know. That's what we did.
Well,
Okay,
here for it.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Jim, what about you? Any Pi Day specials that you saw out there that you're just like, dude, people got to get or you got? Tell me, man.
Yeah, there was a local pizzeria I saw that was giving away like 100 pizzas at lunch for like $3.14. So I thought that was cool. By here in Michigan, Western Michigan. So I thought that was neat. And Pi Day's fun. I feel like it wasn't always a pizza holiday. Maybe it's just the circles I run in, but I feel like dessert pie pizza is taking this holiday. Deal with it.
I'm with you on that. So I feel like, for the most part, every single pizzeria except for Simply Pizza has been doing like an offer for $3.14, right, for a pie. But inherently seen a bunch of other kind of discounts and specials. But for the most part, I think like this is really what we've seen across the whole board. Some kind of $3.14 offerings, except for Burger King, which is offering a free Hershey Sundae pie. So there are some that are on the other side. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
getting there.
all just pizza. But I will say, probably 75 at least percent of the specials I've seen out there are like pizza embracing it. And I feel like it definitely wasn't always that way before. So interesting kind of twist to see it go that way.
Yeah.
Melinda, do you guys do dessert at all for this? Could you have had a pie special on that side of the pie?
Actually, the only dessert we do, we used to do pizza pie desserts, but we do giant wood-fired cookies. So
there it is.
We cook chocolate chip cookies that are, like 9 inches off in the oven. We didn't do this, but at the zoo in October, it was crazy. We didn't know how to like meet the need because we're like, no one buys pizza when they're just walking fast and it's cold outside. So we started selling these giant chocolate chip cookies, and we sold $1,000 of chocolate chip cookies a day. And we're like, oh. And so now that's like our thing. Now we sell giant wood-fired chocolate chip cookies. That's what we do.
Okay, that's
awesome. Yeah. Again, I'll take 10 with the wings, and we'll just have a party, right? That sounds amazing.
Wait, I need to know. Sorry, before I commit, are these like soft cookies or are these like crispy cookies? What style of chocolate chip cookie are you doing?
Yeah, so they're gooey. Like I said, they're probably like 3 inches thick, and then they just pop inside that wood-fired oven, and they come out. And we usually we dress them like during the holidays. We dressed them with peppermint bark, and right now for St. Patrick's Day we're doing some like Andes mint grasshopper style ones. So they change every month, and it's like an easy change because it's still just a chocolate chip cookie.
Okay, thank God. A gooey cookie, I'm in. If it was like a firm, crispy cookie, no disrespect to all those people, but not my style.
Correct. That's a correct take, Will.
I think that's a correct answer, right? I mean, I think there's a good answer or there's a not a good answer, and this is a good answer.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Yes.
All right, guys. So listen, let's talk about a quintessential classic. Let me share this one up quickly. This one was out of Eater this week. So can you patent a stuffed crust pizza? So I'm interested in our take on this. Like I said, article headline is, can you patent the pizza? Ask the alleged inventor of the stuffed crust pizza. This is Anthony Mangiello, who had the idea way back, essentially before Pizza Hut came up with it, but he's never gotten any credit for it in the way that Pizza Hut has, and Pizza Hut has been able to take essentially, I think, roughly 300 million in sales off of stuffed crust pizza over their time that potentially Anthony could have gotten a part of. So I'm interested, guys, do you feel the love for the stuffed crust pizza in general? Jim, what do you think first, man? Stuffed crust love, or hey, don't like it, and do you feel bad for Anthony not getting his fair share?
I mean, Will, you already know the answer that I love stuffed crust. More cheese is better. But I feel for him, right? Because you don't just throw cheese in a crust, right? It has to be, a certain type and done correctly. So I feel for him. I think that's a tough break. Melinda, what about you? Stuffed crust? Yes, no, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I love cheese. Like, I absolutely love cheese. But I don't know that I am interested in stuffed crust, and I for sure don't think he can have credit for putting cheese in bread. I mean, right. I don't know.
There's no patent, right? There's nothing special proprietary, right? Cheese and bread's been around for years, right? But I don't know. I do feel for them because certainly Pizza Hut has kind of made it their thing. And if Will's able to come back and share the article, it talks about how again it was the semi-frozen pizza sticks, right, or the mozzarella sticks that you go in fluffy and you freeze it and. So there's a little bit of process, but I feel like you can't really patent food, especially a food like pizza where it has like 6 ingredients, right? I feel like that's maybe on the outskirts of what's acceptable.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, you should have patented it then, right? It surely doesn't count now. It's a bummer, but we all have big ideas. And then you've had a big idea and you're like, oh, this could have made me so much money. And then you don't do anything about it. And a few weeks or a few months go by and somebody else did. And you're just like, damn it. That's life.
Yep, that's life. So, Will, I think we're landing on stuffed crust, fine. Probably can't patent it because if you were going to do it, the time's long past.
Way past.
Yes.
We've kicked the can already. Oh, well, should have taken it. I will say one of the most surprising things that I saw of this article, though, is that I'm not going to lie, guys. I thought pizza would have made more than $300 million in sales off of stuffed crust since 1995. I know that sounds a little odd, but seriously, this was the pizza worldwide for them. I feel like you guys probably made $300 million a year. So I'm a little bit skeptical of the quote for this dollar value associated with it, but I land where you land on the eligibility to patent it at this point in time.
$300 million is not enough, but it's a lot of money.
I'm no doubt there. I'd be quite content, right, with sales of it.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, All right. Well, listen. Let's pivot to another new offering that's out there, and this one was picked up by Food and Wine, and so this is Little Caesars welcomes the new pocket-sized pizzas to its menu. These things are pretty interesting. I would describe them something like a cupcake almost. That's kind of stuffed. It's like, I don't know. It's on the verge of becoming like the pizza cone that's only like a small portion of it, or a muffin that's filled. I don't know. What do you guys think? Melinda, what do you think of this thing?
Oh, I don't know. It looks trendy, so it's probably smart because TikTok is still here to make that thing make them money. But I'm not.
As of today, it is still here. That's true. We could post videos about it.
Yeah.
You're not even trying
now.
it? Wait, you're not even trying it? If this was out there, would you give it a whirl?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'm down to taste it, but texturally, it doesn't look like something that is great for me.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. So let's turn it over to the texture king over here. Jim, what do you think? I think we're both going to look at the same area, but I'm interested in you hearing it first off of this picture, what this looks like to you.
Yeah, so this looks like a combination of like a Chicago pizza puff and Detroit pizza with the rim, right? So I know what this tastes like, right? It's very, very dry, right? A very short kind of dough. It's not necessarily pizza dough. But I do think it's going to have a lot of texture. It also reminds me a little bit of like a Hot Pocket where it's either going to be rocket hot and or cold in the middle. And I wonder how well they're going to be able to keep it at temperature. Is that where you're going, Will?
Oh, I'm with you on that. It looks like a Hot Pocket. I'm going to say you're going to be severely disappointed when you bite into this thing expecting a Hot Pocket, because I think the Hot Pocket's going to have better texture than this.
And guys, let's focus in just on the bottom of this. This looks very muffiny on the bottom to me, which is not what I'm looking for. And so that's where I think we're getting dry from Jim with that. Like this is, I'm not loving this one. I'm not loving this one. Yes, a short no crust. Not in love with this one. I'm gonna try it, but I'm not loving it yet.
And hey, Little Caesar, go ahead.
I just think it's all gum line. I think
it's all
gum line.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, Little Caesar, if you want to come on, you want to explain it to us, you want to walk us through it, we'll have you on. We'll be happy to try it. Right?
Next week.
We'll try anything twice, but yeah, I think the texture is gonna be a little hard here. No pun intended.
Well, they're coming out on the 11th. They are going to be just like we're thinking,
Crust filled with mozzarella, pepperoni, and Little Caesars pizza sauce. I don't know why we needed to put in there that it's Little Caesars pizza sauce. What other pizza sauce would it be? But
gonna be Domino's,
but okay. And then before drizzling it with the flavors of butter and garlic and adding a pinch of Italian herbs. So, guys, let's see where it goes. I don't know if this one's going to last forever.
No. Who knows though?
No, it's not.
Right.
It's only going to last while TikTok is alive.
Which might not be very long. Let's face it.
This could be. This. Melinda, where do you guys fall on TikTok? Do you guys put a lot out there? Is IG, Facebook? What's your major platform, or are you just social media across the board?
No, we're primarily using Instagram and Facebook. But to be completely real, like, I'm not good at any of it, and I haven't hired a marketer yet. So I'm completely faking it. It's terrible. I look at other people doing it. I get excited. I want to be great, but like it's pretty flat.
Hey, listen, step one is put yourself out there, right? The world's not going to know you're there unless you're out there. So, hey, whatever. Looks like it's working so far.
Absolutely. Instagram's so tough anyways. I think flat's good these days.
And I don't want, like, that's not who I want to be. I want to be able to good market, like, our product and our brand. But being an Instagrammer is not my jam. So it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. It's fine. I get it. It's understandable. You're not making pizza pockets anyway. So, but listen, I want to bring back some more nostalgia here because I don't often quote this source, but I think these next two go together so perfectly well. So, guys, the next article up is from AOL.com, and it is talking about Pizza Hut rolling out a limited time offering of its pizza bagel. So to me, no better publication here of AOL.com quoting a Pizza Hut article. I feel like I am way before Y2K coming up here. I dialed up to the internet and we've connected. Here is the pizza bagel. Melinda, how do you feel about pizza bagels in general? And then you could tell me about Pizza Hut doing one. Can you hear me?
Come on.
All right, yeah, we got you. So, Melinda, this one's to you. What do you think about pizza bagels in general? And then what do you think about Pizza Hut doing one?
I mean, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I mean, I think pizza bagels are around. You know, it's interesting. We were on vacation with our kids a few weeks ago, and they were looking for the pizza bagel. So I'm guessing there's something trendy that's happening here. I don't think it's new, so it's not that exciting or that different.
All right.
But I'd eat it. I would eat this. I'd eat a pizza bagel for sure.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I was getting.
We were getting worried. I just wanted to make sure you didn't just eat your own food. So now it's understandable. You do dabble out there for others. Thank you. Jim, what do you think about this one, bud?
Yeah, I think pizza bagels are having a moment again. I've seen, a lot of them go viral, like New York bagels, right? New York. I think we talked about some bagel shops doing pizza bagels. So I think this is becoming a thing, and now Pizza Hut's doing it. They know it's a thing. I mean, I love it, right? I think the ceiling and the floor of a pizza bagel is probably a B, right? So kind of hard to mess up, but kind of hard to knock my socks off. So listen, I think this is just right up Pizza Hut's alley to do a mediocre type of pizza.
So on that note, it is. So I'll quote from the article here from AOL. A beloved food mashup is hitting Pizza Hut soon. The pizza chain announced its recent partnership with Yeasty Boys, an LA-based bagel food truck concept for the launch of its Big New York Pizza Bagel. Limited edition combines the elements of Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza with a classic Yeasty Boys bagel. The item features a signature Yeasty Boy bagel topped with sweet marinara sauce, Parmesan, mozzarella cheese, oregano, and double pepperoni. Available in New York and LA coming up.
Oh, so that's more exciting for me. I eat a lot of people's food, Will, just so you know. But I want that, right? I want the Yeasty Boys bagel. I don't want the frozen Pizza Hut bagel necessarily. I want like something collaborative. That's cool. Okay, I'm in for that. I'm gonna go to LA just to eat that bagel.
Or NYC, your choice. Pick a coast. Pick a coast. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't pick whichever one you want to go to. Check it out. They're going to be on both.
I like it. That one was cool. It was fun.
I would definitely be into it. I do appreciate the collabs that actually highlight that are not just, and I've got no issue with like big brand collabs at all either with other big brands, but if it's like more of a smaller operator partnering with someone big like that, awesome, good for them. Get some exposure, like cool, why not, right?
Yeah, good for everyone. And I hear you get 200 free AOL hours with every pizza bagel you eat, which goes a long way, certainly.
Oh my god, dude! I forgot about that, man.
That's a joke. Only people 35 and older will get. Anyone just does not understand what that reference is and why those little CDs were so important.
Oh my god! They don't know the pain of getting kicked off the internet when someone picked up the phone, right? Oh my lord! I love it. All right, well, listen, let's pivot a little bit to I would say, Melinda, for your background, we've talked a lot about promos, like particular promos, and a lot from Domino's. So I won't necessarily get into yet how you feel about some of the big change in general, but we will say we've got to at least tip our cap sometimes here to some of the crazy stuff that Domino's comes up with from a marketing perspective. And I think this one's a bit of a play off of that. So this one is from KTLA.com. DiGiorno's new pizza rescue program will turn pizza mishaps into coupons. So DiGiorno is stepping in to help consumers who received a damaged pizza through its new pizza rescue program. Beginning on March 14th, Pi Day, consumers who received a damaged pizza via delivery or carryout can turn that mishap into a DiGiorno coupon. All you need to do essentially is snap proof and upload an image of your damaged pizza to DiGiornoPizzaRescue.com, and you will receive a DiGiorno pizza coupon. So I will say, before I even let you guys go, this sounds very reminiscent of this new Domino's campaign that we just saw of the save yourself with the emergency pizza, right? They did like 1 million pizzas out. They increased their rewards program by like 2 million members from it. And essentially that was like, you got a free medium. All you do is sign up for rewards and you have a pizza emergency. You burn your dinner and you send one to them. Like they'll get a free pizza delivered. This sounds like the similar idea or play off of that, but I'm interested. I'll throw it to you, Melinda. What do you think about the idea of this? Because we're just chatting about TikTok, right? Will we see TikTok blow up with pizza fails and DiGiorno coupons are going to come flying around?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I'm not anti-big guys for sure. I love the business mindset. Like that's like what I dig. So they can do that, right? They have the power to capitalize on something that could be a trend. If it was like a small biz, it'd be a nightmare for us. Like it'd be impossible. Yeah. But yeah, I think so. I think you'll see a lot of people utilizing that, and it could become a nightmare for them even as being big.
True, right? There's always two sides to that coin, right? From that perspective.
Yeah, they'll be appreciative until you have 5 trillion of them.
So Jim, I'll throw this part to you. So it's a sliding scale. It's not just a coupon. So I thought this is a little bit unique about it. A pizza that is 0 to 30% damaged, $1 coupon. 31% to 60% damaged, $1.50 coupon, and 60 to 100% damaged is a $2 coupon. So how do you feel about the size of the coupon and also the idea of having to use this scale?
Yeah, I would guess that I don't think this is something AI can do unless they're all $2. But my guess is the cost of the person evaluating the pizza to be more than what the user gets from the savings. So I don't know. I feel like this is something where DiGiorno is just going to have a slide reel of damaged pizzas, and it's going to turn into a commercial, right? And they're basically buying your damaged pizza pictures from you. But give me a free pie. Come on, $1, $2. That doesn't get me out of the chair, right? I want a free DiGiorno in the freezer, ready to go. So I think you gotta dial it up, DiGiorno. You're close, but you need a little bit more. How about you, Will? Am I off base? Am I cheap?
Dude, I'm with you. Listen, the customer acquisition of $1 to $2 here, man. Give them a free pie. Give them $5, right? Do something here.
Yeah,
I gotta get a little bit higher than $1.50. I'm not even wasting my time to upload the picture. Personal opinion.
Nope.
Melinda, what do you think now that there's a sliding scale coming into play here? Are they cheaping out?
Yeah, and who's like sitting in the chair, like evaluating that?
Right.
That's like a lot of work.
I'm with you. I don't know if you just upload it yourself and you say, oh, 0 to 30. I mean, I think the 31% is really where it's going to get wonky. It's like, no, that's 30%. It's going to be $1, not $1.50. It's not 31% damage. It's crazy.
Even the honor system. You had me in the first half a little bit. I think DiGiorno, you're close, but get people sign up, download your app. Like, steal what Domino's did. I think that will be better for you in the long run.
I'm with you. This feels like a swing but a miss. But who knows, man? Maybe we'll start seeing a big blow up of DiGiorno. But I just feel like we could have went a little bit bigger than $1.50 or $2 here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Let's talk a little bit more about another big box we're not normally thinking about as a big box here, at least not on the pizza side of the world, guys. And this one is
Chick-fil-A. I feel like when you say this, like the universe hears you when I say the words Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's little blue menu concept adds pizza topped with the changed chicken nuggets. So, Melinda, before we even get into it, Chick-fil-A fan, do your kids like Chick-fil-A? Do you have them by you? Is it not a go-to?
Oh, our kids for sure love Chick-fil-A. I, again, am all about small business, so it's hard for me, but Chick-fil-A probably has the best chicken, let's be real.
Okay. Jim, thoughts on Chick-fil-A before we dive in?
It's fine, right? I'm more of a Popeyes guy myself, but someone gives me some nugs, I'll certainly take them down.
All right, I appreciate you supporting the underdog there. Well, listen, the little blue menu is kind of like a delivery only concept that they've been playing with for quite some time. I'm interested to see if this goes out to get any bit bigger, but in general, this particular location that they're doing with this is in College Park, Maryland. They're going to have 5 different styles of pizza. The Chick-fil-A pizza, mozzarella cheese topped with Chick-fil-A nuggets, drizzled with Chick-fil-A sauce and served with pickles, a buffalo ranch pie, a signature cheese pie, a pepperoni pie, and a meat and veg pie. Sounds interesting. Do you think, Melinda, can Chick-fil-A execute on pizza, and do you think it'll cause a storm that I'm expecting would happen, just like Chick-fil-A causes with anything that they do if it works out for them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that people are lining up. People are traveling to get this pizza for sure. And they can execute because they constantly demonstrate that they can execute, right? They have perfected the motion of the kitchen in terms of they're going to execute. Is it going to be great pizza? I don't know.
So I'm with you there, and I'll ask you because it looks like you operate in some small spaces, right? But so equivalent thinking about it, just the way that kind of Chick-fil-A set up, right? Just the way the service comes through, that you're kind of, window service kind of idea, and pizza, taking it that way. Is there a market for pizza in that type of environment versus how you kind of get it now, being delivery, stop in, pick up? Does that like fast through, drive through concept kind of work for it, or do you think it's going to be more of a challenge than they may expect?
No, absolutely not. I believe that if you had your ovens firing hot enough that you were putting out 90-second pizzas, you could burn a drive-through with pizzas easy at the same rate as a Chick-fil-A's putting out food. In fact, when we built these containers, so now I'm back in one of our containers. When we built them, I wanted to cut a hole in the back wall because it's on a side street and allow people to drive up to grab.
Yeah. So are we? Listen. Are we envisioning? Is there any way this operation works without a conveyor belt oven, or what are we thinking? Does it have to be? I would assume, but I mean, this is my perspective. What do you think, Jim? I'll throw it to you first, and then we'll let the professional answer.
Yeah, I think you could rock it with a convection, a super convection, right? I mean, I think a conveyor would be easier, but given the space, if you look at some of the the fast casual restaurants that have they're not microwaved, they're not an oven somewhere in the middle, but I'm assuming they're not pressing out dough, right? These are pre-made doughs, and you're just kind of finishing. So I think you could get away with
like a turbo chef.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. What do you think, Melinda?
Yeah, I think they're lined up. Pizzas are on the table. Somebody's just dressing cheese, and the next person's throwing the toppings in as they go through. Somebody's pulling them, slicing them, and boxing them, and they're literally just handing them out. Will it be amazing pizza? I don't know, but will it be sought out? Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's well put.
All right. Well, listen, this one I think is something to keep an eye on. I'm intrigued to see how this test goes and where if it expands past that. All right, cool. Let's go back into some meats, only because Melinda, I'm saying that you're doing a bunch of them, even though you're not always doing them, but I'm just thinking Colorado. So this one is from the takeout. I'm interested if either of you, Jim, because I think you're also a pepperoni guy. So try ribbon pepperoni on your next pizza. Hormel is introducing a new style of sliced pepperoni for homemade pies. So I'm interested, Melissa, I saw you had a Biggie Smalls pie as well with like multi-size pepperonis. Have you tried ribbon and what do you think about it?
Hey, this is interesting. So we're headed next week to Vegas and we're competing, and I'm doing non-traditional, but my husband's doing traditional. And one of the things that he looked at was putting ribbon on it. So we did some tasting of it. We don't dislike it. We usually hand slice like our big rounds and we leave them big for the Biggie Smalls. But when we slid them out, it was decent. It was a better bite. It was easier to pull off the pizza for mouth sake. So yeah, see it working.
What do you think, Jim?
I love ribbon pepperoni, I love the concept. I don't know that I love it more than traditional for pizza, right? For salads, for sandwiches, I think it's wonderful, right? I mean, that shape, I can, replace bacon in a chopped salad or something. But yeah, I wonder, and I'd have to play with it. Will it get the crisp, right? Will this be that cup and char? I don't know, right? Will have the texture, the thickness. So I'm interested, right? But my mind goes to like a Totino's kind of like chunk. I don't think that's what this is, but that's kind of the analog I have. So I try it. I play with it, right? I don't think you can screw up pepperoni that bad.
I'm with you on that. I'm interested which way it goes. Does it get super crispy on top? Does it not? Or does it get overly crispy because it's like super thin? So I'm in the middle with it, but I'm interested in seeing it, that's for sure. So, well, I guess if you're going to be at Expo too, there's a Hormel booth for sure that's going to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll be serving a lot of it to check out. That's for sure. But it seems cool. I don't know. I'm interested.
The other thing about that, though, that I think could be like that I like on a business perspective again is like if they're having waste because they're getting to the end of product and now they're able to utilize that. It's kind of like we cut our pet, but we always want them the same. Like at least it's good use of product.
I like it.
Respect.
I like it.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I want it, right? I want this for salads, for to finish soup. So this is something I need in my life.
I'm with you, man. Melinda, to that point about your big and small pepperonis that we call the Biggie Smalls,
Are you a fan of Notorious, or is it just really big and small pepperoni that brought you there?
Oh, it's definitely Notorious B.I.G., but there's a lot of controversy. I made the pizza and I swear I named it, but my sister swears she named it. So like, I guess she named it, but I'm pretty sure it was me. I don't know. We're proud of the name. Everyone sings to us when they order. It's pretty great.
I love it. All right, awesome. I love it. What favorite Biggie song?
I think the one that's the most popular is the Big Papa song for sure. I think everyone that comes up is Big Papa all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm a Juicy fan. I would it was all a dream. I'm all down for it. So yeah. All right.
We've covered AOL. We've covered Biggie Smalls. We've got range tonight.
Well, you know what? Let's take it even to the next level. This one was covered by PMQ. If we want to get a little bit over the top, why not? $9,072. This chef will cook the world's most expensive pizza at your house. I'm always interested by these type of articles to see what's on here. So this is the world's most expensive pizza. It will run you about $9,072. It's called the Louis the 13th, and they are going to make it at your house for you. I feel as though this pizza at someone's house is not going to come out tasting like $9,000, but in general, before that, apparently there's a site in New York or a restaurant in New York called Industry Kitchen. I'm actually familiar with it. It sounds like the East Side. They had the most expensive pizza before, and it was like $2,700 for the most part. This one just seems kind of ridiculous. In general, the toppings include top of the line caviar. It is beluga caviar, and there is gold flake, pylon, wild red, acreole prawns, juicy mantis shrimp, lobster.
Yeah.
This sounds ridiculous.
And, Will, does it have ribbon pepperoni also, or is that not an option?
I don't think it's allowed on the pizza. Is what I'm reading here. Particularly does not say that. Yeah, I don't know. How ridiculous is this, guys? Does anyone need to serve the most expensive pizza in any way?
No.
Okay.
There you go.
Sounds like we've got it. This, I don't know, guys. This one is insane to me. There's nothing I feel like that's going to be part of this other than some ridiculous topping that it's going to have any relevancy.
And I'm sorry, but if you cook a lot of these together, you're going to lose the subtlety of these premium ingredients, right? So it's one thing to be stunt food, but you're ruining, some of these ingredients along the process. So, especially with the no pepperoni, I got past. Will, sorry.
That's fine, man. I'm okay. I save your money. You know what I mean? It sounds okay. I'm fine. Buy a lot of pizza rolls or pizza bagels.
I sell a lot of catering. I cannot envision somebody giving me $9,000 to cook one type of pizza at their house, and I sell great catering. I'm good at sales. I don't even think I could pull this one off.
Well, listen, there's a market out there, Melinda. You never know. If the people are not asking, you don't need to push them for this one. That's a fair assessment, though.
That's fair.
Jim, this one is for you, my friend. So we were talking about I think it was an old forge style the other day. Yeah. This was on the pizza trail, Ravello's Old Forge Pizza. I'd love to throw this one over to you. I'm having trouble sharing this. I don't know why it's not popping up. 1 second, buddy.
All right. Ravello's friends, good Pat, I message with and talk with a bit, and they're one of the OGs when it comes to the old forge style, right? And Pennsylvania just has so many different styles, and hopefully you can bring it up because I think a picture's better than my description of an old forge. But they're really, really cool to see what they're doing. There we go.
There you go.
It's a a tray of, and it looks simple. It's not, right. It's very, the sauce is very complex, and it's just, I love it. It's one of those old school kind of styles that hasn't changed in 100 years, but it hits every time.
What do we compare it most to for those of us that are not as familiar with it? And what region is kind of doing these for the most part? Where's this coming from?
So Old Forge, you're going to be in, middle to eastern Pennsylvania. It's a Sicilian-ish. It's going to be, that dichotomy of soft and crisp. The sauce will be sweet. This style is going to be a little more simple. Then you're not going to load this one up with 100 toppings.
Okay, all right. I haven't had it, tell you the truth, at all. But I'm down. I'm always down to try any style out there. That's for sure.
Yeah, and it's Scranton, Pennsylvania is like kind of the home. That's where I had it first, and it's kind of that vein of like the old coal miners pizza, right? Something that you can kind of par bake and crank out quickly, right? That's how a lot of these styles of the region came to be. So I love it. It's kind of an acquired taste, right? Because it's an old school pizza. You can see it, right? You can just see that this isn't a Neapolitan. This is a kind of a tray of dough and cheese and sauce, but I love it. And Ravello's is one of the best out there, and good people too.
Awesome. I've never had it before either, so
no, makes sense. I'm with you there. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so interested in your thoughts on this one coming up. So this one's out of Yahoo Finance, also one that we don't often share from. But so for a crispier pizza dough, just add sparkling wine. Melinda, give me your thoughts on this. For a crispier pizza dough, just add sparkling wine.
I have no idea.
This one was new to me. Jim, we may need you as the master experimenter with dough styles and fermented beverages, adding them to pizzas.
I am an expert in both. So I actually have won several cooking pizza competitions doing exactly this. 2 were sponsored by wineries. It's really cool. So what the sparkling wine does, it does 3 things. One, it adds a lot of sugar. So if you grill a pizza, which I do, right, you get really cool caramelization and color. The texture, it's not like a normal pizza texture. It's more closer to a naan because the yeast with the alcohol doesn't rise like it normally would. So it's, again, a little more short, a little more biscuity. Third thing it does is your leavening really isn't of the yeast, so it's quick, right? It's something I think we talked about before. You can crank one of these out pretty quick because yeast isn't going to really do much for you. So in a quick competition, this is the move. I've done it. It's tricky, right? Because again, with that added sugar, your margin of kind of undercooked to completely burnt is a lot closer than even a normal pizza would be. But I love it. I would not spike your home pizza with sparkling wine. I think the ratios, it throws everything off. So I love the concept, but don't just add a couple tablespoons and expect a crispier pizza. It's going to really mess with your yeast and your rise, and you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay.
I'm just here to learn tonight.
There you go.
Seriously. I came to learn tonight. I don't know anything about the last style of pizza. I don't know anything about adding alcoholic beverages to our dough. I don't know. But I'm here for it. I'm going to try.
This is fast rise, right? I mean, this is inherently obviously not your style. Definitely catered more towards someone, I'd say, at home, or like you, Jim, who's somehow finding these competitions that you're entering and killing somehow, dude. Like, good for you. I love it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, Melinda, try it with a local beer.
One that
and we also will. But yeah, Melinda, I've done it with beer, right? I mean, you've got some of the best craft beer in the world. The malty notes are really fun. Just something to play with, especially with like a dessert pie, where you want a little more sweetness and you don't necessarily want the puffy. It's fun. So something to try, especially since you're in such a rich beer area.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. I think that so mostly my husband does all the dough stuff. In fact, he's been obsessing over the dough since he's competing this coming week. So I'm sure you're the same when you go out to compete. You're obsessing over the dough.
Absolutely.
So he's probably done it in our kitchen. I don't find myself getting as excited about dough as he does. But I'm learning. Like I still, you always have something to learn when it comes to dough. It seems like every day there's something else you can add.
Yeah, it's fun, and even with the type of yeast, right? Not even just use brewer's yeast or pitch yeast or with a mix of flours. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun, and I guess while we wait for Will, tell me about this Thai pizza. If you don't let the cat out of the bag, I get it. But give me one thing where like, oh, that's cool that you're putting on your pizza.
I am doing Thai chili, actually not jalapeno, Thai chili and lime soaked radishes.
Oh,
as one of the ingredients on my pizza.
I bet the color on that's fantastic.
They're beautiful. I'm doing riddened purple carrots. So that's good. What else can I tell you? And then I have a variety of sauces that I'm putting on. So they kind of just are dots across the pizza. I am doing filet mignon, and I shouldn't say how I'm cooking it, but I am doing filet mignon on my pizza as well.
Wow, just casually. So that's fun. So you're really killing it with the colors, the textures, and the flavors. Which, listen, you're with the best of the best. But best of luck to you. Please, post on Instagram so we can follow along and root for you. That's amazing.
Right on. Thank you. I can't wait to show it because I've been working on it looking beautiful. You know, I say, all right, it might not have the best crust, although I think my husband has been so obsessed with the dough that we're really close. But for sure, it's going to look beautiful.
That's so fun. And yeah, I feel like out there you need to be approachable, right? You can't be too weird. People say it's not pizza, but you also can't be right in line because, you know, everyone is. So it sounds like you're towing that line, and that's fun.
That's pretty cool. I'm excited. I competed in Naples this last year, and it was the first time I've ever competed, and it was terrifying. And I am so competitive, but it really got to my nerves. I was just lucky that everyone's so cool, like, and supportive. But this time I think I'm ready. So I'm less nervous, and I'm proud of my pie.
Yeah, there's something about the nerves of competing where all of everything, you know, goes out, right? And it's so hard because you're putting yourself out there, right? It's not like you're running a race or something. Like, it is your expression. So hats off to you for going, and I feel for it. Pizza Expo's a good one, but you're gonna crush it. Right,
well, I just hope it lands. I had the same thing when I was in Naples. I was like, just let the pizza land. Please just let it land. Let it land. And it was close. I couldn't, I panicked. And then I was like, I can't believe I can't make pizza. I do this all the time.
It's competition. Oh, you don't know the oven. You don't know the water. You don't trust me. It's they're nightmares, and it doesn't reflect you half the time. So, well, cool. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're just talking competition pizza over here, Will. Swapping notes.
Yeah, no, I hear you guys. I hear you about it. It's awesome. I love it. I'm excited. I wish I was going just so I could see this pizza. I'm all about exotic flavor, so I'm totally down.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, a couple more, Melinda, and we're gonna wrap here. I'm interested first. I don't know if I saw any ranch on the Simply Pizza menu, but I wanted to introduce this item from Pizza Marketplace that came up about Jets Pizza holds Ranch Fest in honor of ranch dressing. So, surprisingly enough, starting March 10th through 16th, you can enter on their website to be a winner of it. There's all kinds of prizes related to like Jets Ranch swag, actual Jets Ranch. So, I'm interested. Where do we think, Melinda, about ranch on pizza, period?
Well, I refuse to put ranch on pizza forever. And when people would ask for it at the stock show, I would scream to them. We have a lot of fun when we're at the stock show. We might be like a little intoxicated some of the time. It's a long show. I would scream like, "Do you eat ketchup on your steak?" And sometimes they'd be like, "Yes." And I'd be like, "Oh, you're just not my people. I don't know." With that being said, people hounded us forever. But I refuse to make ranch because I don't want to put it on there. So we sell cups of Ken's, which is not our style at all. And we sell them for $2. And they can have it if they want it, but I'm not proud.
It's fair.
Okay.
Very fair. Respect that.
You know, I'm okay with ranch, totally. And I particularly think Jets makes a really good ranch.
Make a really good ranch.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's really good, like really good. Like they should sell it in stores more so than just on their site. But I can respect that you do sell it, even if you don't want to put it on there because your people want it and you're giving it to them.
Give the people what they want.
So, exactly.
Yeah. And Jets is smart. Jets is probably smart because there are so many people that ask for ranch. Like, people want it. Like, they just do.
I mean, here in the Midwest, right, it's a thing. I don't really like ranch on pizza. It's a great way to choke down mediocre pizza, right? But for a good pie, I wouldn't do it. But, well, you're right. Jets Ranch if they just sold that, they'd still probably be a profitable company.
I would agree.
It's
you can
good.
actually order like a separate bottle with your Jets order that comes to you, and it goes in your fridge, and like it's a good order. My kids are obsessed with it. I would almost classify this as like a distinctive food category of its own. Like it's that good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is. You know what, Melinda? I encourage you as you're out there looking for your Pizza Hut pizza bagel, and then your Little Caesars muffin tin thing, stop by a Jets, get a tub of ranch, and see
try the ranch.
which one of these three you're going to fall in love with. One of them is going to have to hit for you, and I'm intrigued for the feedback.
Hey, it could be the ranch. Like, that's the thing. Like, if somebody does like it and they're serious about it and they make good ranch, like, I'm here for great ranch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places that make good ranch. It's just not, I just don't want to, like, I'm not selling out for ranch. I'll sell out for pineapple, but not ranch.
All right. Well,
everyone needs a line.
On that note, thinking about pineapple, and I'm thinking about just maybe pizza being exotic. If you're willing to sell out for ranch, are you willing to sell everything you have and move to Hawaii? Because Restaurant Business Online noted, if you're looking to open a pizza place, go to Hawaii. The state has the lowest penetration of pizza places and the highest prices. And the state with the highest local rated pizzas, try New Hampshire. But for Hawaii, what do we think? Do people want pizza in Hawaii? If you think Hawaii in any way, do you think pizza? I know this would be such a different answer if we were all living in Hawaii, but do you think it could be worth the move out there? Jim, what do you think first?
Yeah, so I've researched pizza in Hawaii quite a bit because I wanted to put a actual Hawaiian, not the Pam and pineapple, but actual Hawaiian. And what the vibe is kind of what Melinda does, right? It's the drop in, super hot, super quick, kind of Neapolitan 2 kind of thing. That's the vibe in Hawaii, right? Because again, you want something you can get quick. They're not sitting down to a Detroit. That's not the thing. So kind of like, California is a mindset. I think Hawaii pizza is kind of more of a mindset than it is a dough. So, but given the prices, it's very, very hard. So yeah. I think if you nailed it right and you were just someone, again, like Melinda, where at the zoo, I'm going to do 3-4 things. I'm going to nail them, get my price point down. I think you'd slay, especially something that doesn't take up a big footprint, which is certainly a concern out there.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. So I'll highlight from the article here. Data shows that the least penetrated pizza market in the U.S. is Hawaii, where the relative scarcity of established purveyors has raised the average pizza order to $48.50. Yeah, I'm not saying it's necessarily one pie, but they're averaging out, I guess, what you would order from a single pizza order on average out there. That's a significant order. Second up, just for reference, would be California, and that's roughly an average order of $40.10. So you're getting a delta of $8 and change over in Hawaii. But I don't know, something about it. And I'm sure there are some spots making great pizza. I just don't know when I think like that hot. I'm also, not that it's always hot, but I mean it's it's a tropical climate in general. I'm just not thinking pizza. But to be fair, like I also probably think the same if I'm in like Miami, and Miami's got a ton of places out there as well. So it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm misinterpreting the I'm down for hot food, but just particularly something about pizza and like the cheese component to it doesn't strike me that. But I guess if I lived there, then I would.
Yeah, and I think this is where like your bar style and your small Neapolitan styles hit, right? Where where it's something that it's shareable, it's small, and right. If you're worried about footprint and food cost, you want to make a tavern style. You want to make a small, big, puffy pie. So it's curious, something I've been watching for a bit actually, and I've kind of tried to make it happen and try to zero in. So I think there's a lot more to come with this, especially as purveyors start to nail this, not fast casual type, but be able to get out pizzas, quickly in a small space, and you don't need, the giant oven. You can do it with wood fire. You can do it in, even with, electric, right? With all the great electric ovens now. So I think this is going to be a thing we're going to watch.
Sure. I'm with you there, man. I'm intrigued to see what happens a little bit more about it. And I need to just change my opinion. And just move to a more tropical climate and start making pizza, right? Just go all in.
Sounds like Pizza Club needs to send us down there for a week and a half, in-depth study.
Absolutely, dude. All right, hopefully we get Melinda back, but if not, I got one or two more, man. I'm interested. This one kind of hits for me. I'm intrigued by the kind of nostalgia that we're talking about today, but also from this particular one. So this one was out of Monthly, and this is, will small Texas towns lead the way in reviving the dine-in Pizza Hut? So the Plano-based chain has opened at least 9 Pizza Hut classic locations in towns. So this is the idea of like this old school sit down Pizza Hut vibe, particularly locations coming back. And I didn't want to show the picture yet because I wanted to pause for a second, and now I'll show it. This one just brings me joy because it's the lunch buffet served from 11:30 to 1:30, a classic item of my youth.
Right.
And it's funny. So the author here, sharing from Texas Monthly, also mentioned for them it was a connection where they used to do, I think, theater. I went there in high school. For me, it was like sports teams that we would do and have like 2-a-day practices, and we'd split the difference in between for lunch and go to the pizza buffet, come back and feel like we wanted to throw up everywhere and like get back on the field, but like it was worth it, man. Like we went to the Pizza Hut buffet. So I don't know. I'm interested, man. Like the old school vibes of this. Is there something to it that you think that people are missing and want it back? Is it a miss for Pizza Hut? Do you think it's something to look out and see where it goes?
I go to cartoons, right? So my daughters want pick cartoons, and they're rebooting all the cartoons that you and I grew up with, right? Yeah. I feel like this is in the same vein, right? Where you and I had some really great times. You read a couple books, you got your pizzas, right? And the red color, exactly where that hits, and that nostalgia thing's really popular now. So I think it plays. So let's face it, if there were Pizza Hut classic in town, I would take my kids to it. Absolutely. Same here. We bury quarters of Miss Pac-Man. We get pitchers of soda, and we'd have a great time. So I think this is brilliant, right? Because Pizza Hut, for all they are, they were a part of all of our childhoods, and they were so prevalent that I think you could recapture that, and it's less about the pizza and more about the vibe.
Yeah, I like it, man. And the kind of like, I think the target market that they're kind of outlined here is that it's going to be, smaller towns, and they've actually determined roughly 20,000 or less residents, and they're trying to just bring back a small town feel to it. I'm interested to see where this goes. Is it going to be a super trend that catches on? I don't know. Is everyone going to jump on the bandwagon? Who knows? But I'm telling you, on the same page, man. If I saw one of these, I'd be like, I'm going to go sit down.
All day.
Take a break, guys, and hang out and check this out. And I hope it would be lunchtime so I can check out the buffet. But I'm equally fine for dinner time too. So I'm the red cup. I'm in.
Yeah, I think we're here. And again, right, there's that small town feel, there's that hometown feel, right? You're not going to put this in Manhattan, right? You never would. I grew up in a small farming community in Indiana. You went to Pizza Hut for the lunch buffet, right? So yeah, I'm interested. Good for you, Pizza Hut, giving the people what they want.
Absolutely. Just like Melinda. So on that one, listen, let's wrap it there, guys. Listen, and so I know we lost Melinda there, but I much appreciate Melinda coming on. Melinda Carbajal, she is the operator of Simply Pizza out in Colorado. She's got 4 locations as well. Awesome time. I had a blast talking with her. It's great to see her too. She's very, very focused on the business side, but loses no grasp of the pizza side as well, and can kind of talk pizza like everyone else. It's awesome that she's going to be at Expo and competing, especially non-traditional. Love it.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Melinda, for coming on tonight. Jim, where can everyone find you, my friend, as always?
Jim Cooks Food Good. Search for it. You'll find me.
All right. Awesome, guys. Well, listen, thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. Please like and subscribe. Check us out. Check out the I Need Pizza Club YouTube page for a number of different shows that are out there that we're recording throughout the week. So if you don't like us, check out another one. And if you don't like us, just watch us anyway, or come back again and try a different one. You're going to like us at some point. And on that note, guys, thanks all. And we'll catch you next week for another episode. See ya.
See ya.